This year, BYU baseball hosted a different kind of group, one all the way from Beijing, China. Lauren McLean sat down with BYU head coach Mike Littlewood and Chinese coach Kong. Let's go between the lines.
BYU Sports Nation presents Between the Lines.
How do you pronounce your team name?
Our team name is Jiapao. Jia is Chinese of home. Pao is run.
Wow.
So it's like combined home run.
How did the opportunity to host this Chinese team come about for BYU baseball camp?
Well, really, I honestly didn't know they were going to be here until a couple weeks before. My first thought was I was so amazed at just the sacrifice it takes to come 8,000 miles and for the courage of the young kids to come out here and not having a great knowledge of the language. They can kind of get around a little bit. And then being just immersed into 215 American kids, I think it's just awesome to have them here.
What do you think that says about the international reach of BYU?
Well, that's the reach of not just BYU camps, and you talk about BYUtv and BYU sports. You can't get much farther than where these kids have come from. And so it's important for us to be able to host them well, put on a good show, teach them some things, and just allow them to have a great experience while they're here. And so far, it's been awesome.
So baseball isn't the most popular sport in China. Where did you gain your love for baseball?
Actually, my father got his master in the States,
Okay.
like 35 years ago. When he came back to China, he taught me English, so I learned a lot of baseball terms from my father.
So your little team has trained across the United States the last few years in different spots. Why did you choose BYU this year?
About 2 years ago, I met a daughter and father. We're on the same cruise, an Antarctica tour. The daughter graduated from BYU. I like to take my players to Yellowstone. So I have to choose a big city for training before or after Yellowstone trip. So I asked her, she said, why not try BYU camp? She helped me to call some coaches here. Finally, it came here.
How's your team liking this so far?
You know, in the last couple of years, we have great coaches, great teammates, but this time is much more new friends.
What's it been like for you seeing these kids interact with the other kids and being able to coach them a little bit?
Well, I've just noticed they're so respectful. The number one thing I've noticed is they're just polite. They're just really nice kids, and they're sponges. They just they listen to you, and whatever you tell them to do, they're going to do it and try to put it in their game. So we as coaches appreciate that.
It's more than 200, so I have to talk more. I have to communicate more. So that's even more important than baseball for the kids.
How did this team get started?
Actually, I was a baseball reporter for like 6 years. So after I was a baseball reporter, I came to the States and saw a lot of young kids play baseball. For some of them, it's the first time to the States.
Wow.
So maybe they learn a lot in the last 10 days, how to use knife and fork, how not chopstick. It's completely different for them. Sometimes they use wrong way, but getting better and better.
Oh, good.
And yeah, that's why we're here. We can invite maybe some good coach to China, but we want to meet new friends.
Yeah.
We want they have new view of the world.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much. It was good to
much.
meet you.
Thank you for your time.
And good luck in the future. Appreciate it.
Thank you.